Hey, what's up? It's Keith. In this video, I just want to share some insights that I've learned in life about doing what you want to do, finding your purpose, your passion, and your goal and your vision, and then money and things that are holding you back, and share my personal experience from all this stuff. So, I know I'm going to talk about myself here, but my goal is to actually create some insight for you. If there's something that you really want to do, sometimes it doesn't make you money, or it doesn't make you money right away. I'm a firm believer if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Because if you have something that is even very charitable and contributes to the world, because the highest level of evolution is contribution, giving back, right? Well, there has to be an income structure. There has to be a money, systematized money structure tied into that, or you're not going to be given anything for long, or you're going to give yourself into the poorhouse. See, I grew up in a very poor environment where my mother was such a giving person that she would let literally homeless people sleep on our couch, and she was bringing in and giving to the point where we had nothing. It was this type of martyr cycle, and I grew up with this certain set of beliefs, thinking about that type of stuff, that I grew up, I'm a giver, I love people, I have very high morals, but I also know that you have to have money. But anyways, if you want to do something like play guitar, or you want to learn how to fucking break dance, or sing, or play a guitar, or piano, I don't know, that costs money, right? Well, unfortunately, the world that we live in, you have to have money to first pay all your bills and have all this shit and food in the fridge, and then all these things, and car insurance, life insurance, home insurance, health insurance, fire insurance. And by the time all that's done, you can't really do what you want to do because you're so fucking exhausted that you can't do anything, right? So you can start to feel like a slave, or apathetic, or feel like a prisoner, or feel so frustrated. People turn to drugs, or suicide, or drinking, or abuse, or crazy behavior, or just giving up altogether. I've been through all these type of thoughts in my 20s. I was flat broke. I loved doing music so much. Oh my God, my music. I had a recording studio. I worked just enough to pay my bills as a landscaper. Then every day after work, I was producing albums, and I was doing singing, vocal training, and recording songs. And I got to the point where my songs were even being played in nightclubs and on satellite radio, and I started doing live performances. I did like 160 live performances, and I got to go on stage in front of, one time I performed live in concert, just me as a solo artist, in front of 2,600 people, and I got to sing, and I've done talent shows and all that type of shit. And I loved it so much, but it wasn't making me any money, right? I had this stupid dream that I was going to, well, it wasn't stupid, I thought I was going to blow up and get some type of record deal, and I actually did. I got signed, I got a record deal, and I got a manager and a business manager, and all these things, but it was all not rooted in the reality, because the music industry at that time, there you go, the music industry, everything was going digital and Napster, and like the chances of making it was a really flooded, saturated marketplace, besides the point that I just literally wasn't even good enough, And today, you don't have to be that great in anything to make it. You just have to be at the right place at the right time, and have the right things, working for you and in your favor, like a trend. I put out a video on my other channel about trends, you know what I mean? The trend is your friend. So sometimes you have to do the things you don't want to do to finally get to the things that you want to do, and it could take several years. When I lost everything in 2010, and I had this whole nervous breakdown thing, I was flat broke and in debt. I had gotten sued. I had no money, no job, no car, no license. I was fucked. I said, oh my God, I always said if all else fails, I'll end up starting a landscaping business. And that's exactly what I did. So I spent the next several years of my life killing myself, sleepless nights, pulling weeds and shoveling mulch and selling landscape jobs, and built this entire landscape company. And then finally, after about 3 years in the business, one day I was like, dude, I got like 10 grand in the bank, all my bills are paid, I'm paying off debt. I literally went on fucking eBay, because I had to sell all my music studio equipment, and I looked at all my precious studio equipment that I had sold off to pay my bills in 2011. I was like, huh, pay now, pay now, pay now, pay now, pay now. I just dropped like $1,000, and all this shit showed up at my house. I could get it all now cheaper, because it just whatever it is. I rebought back my recording studio, and then I had some fun with my wife making some songs and singing. She can actually sing pretty good. But You know, this time it was a totally different perspective, priorities. But anyways, I just want to say, like, look at my studio here. This is pretty cool. I've always wanted to have this my whole life. I would have cried if you told me this would be a possibility. And it's really just a room with painted walls and some lights. Like this microphone alone, that's like $400, $450. It's called a Rode NTG2. It's a professional studio mic. It sounds like a movie. I think I got it for like $250 used on eBay. The monitors, that camera's a $3,200 camera. The lens is $300. I got all this for about maybe with a little over $2,000. You know, used camera, eBay, I don't know, whatever. But anyways, I got about 15. Oh yeah, and next thing I want to say here, this laptop. Okay, my wife has my older Dell laptop. It's only 2 years old. It's a badass. It's like a $1,000 laptop. And you know, it wasn't fast enough for me because I do video editing. I got pissed off one day because of this is what I'm getting at, trust me. Last winter, I got so pissed off because the laptop was running slow because I do video and I need a really fast laptop. I said, I can't fucking take this anymore. I went to Best Buy and I walked in the place angry with a pocket full of money. I said, give me the fastest motherfucking laptop, and I don't give a fuck how much it costs. Obviously a Mac laptop, but that shit's really expensive. And I found this Alienware R17 laptop with like 2 gigs of RAM and a solid state drive, and it's got like the super fast video processing and NVIDIA GTX card and all this shit and all these ports on it. And I literally found it on, somebody had returned it. It was like $300 off. I got the bitch for like $1,500. Bam! Whenever I need something, trust me here, I got 2 cell phones now. I've got the LG V20 and an LG V10. At one point in my business and my personal phone were both the same and driving me nuts. And it was driving me crazy because I didn't know what was personal and what was business. I'm like, I need 2 cell phones. My wife is like, no, you're not. You need, what are you talking? I'm like, listen, I'm fucking getting 2 cell phones. That's another thing I'll talk about how to. But anyways, I went about, now I have 2 cell phones, okay? Cameras. I have multiple cameras. When I go grocery shopping now, I don't remember the last time I looked at the price of literally anything. I don't give a fuck. If I just throw the shit in the cart and I ring up, and sometimes I don't even look at the total. It could be 100, 200, 300. I don't give a fuck what the total is because it's a fixed expense. It's non-negotiable. I don't look at gas prices. I don't look at shit. Okay, when I go shopping, sometimes I go and Express in the mall, these badass button-up shirts. I'm like $70 for a shirt. I'm like, oh, fuck you. And then, you know, but I'll wait for a deal on something like that. And I by no means am anywhere where I want to be in life. Of course, we want Lamborghinis and new trucks and all this fucking shit. But what I'm saying is that is getting the finances handled in your life. Like for me, I always, when I was flat broke, I always said, money controls everything. I still say that now. It's fucking money, fucking money. If I just had fucking money. When you don't have any money, you don't have any fucking options. You can't do shit. You literally can't do anything. I used to have panic attacks when we'd go out to eat. My wife and I don't feel like cooking dinner, we fucking go out to eat. Right? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Pick. Let's go anywhere. We want to here, let's go here. We go down, we sit in the restaurant, take this and this. I don't look at the fucking price because taking the energy to look at the price, let's get something a little cheaper. You know? And we're like, you know, vegetarian and shit, so obviously I'm not ordering $36 lamb, you know? But being stressed out about money, it actually takes less emotional energy to just go out and make more fucking money than it does to scramble and scrape and try to, like, that is so painful, being flat broke and not being able to do shit that you want to do, and not be able to do anything. It's so hard to do that. That's a living fucking nightmare hell. I've been there. That it's actually less painful and easier to just kill your fucking self for a couple years, because I look back then, I said, dude, it's going to take me this many years to get this landscaping business out the ground, to get these clients, to grow my self-esteem. I had no confidence. I didn't know how to sell. But this was the major roadblock in my life, was I couldn't do anything, and I was a fucking grown man piece of shit loser, in my opinion, with low self-esteem, because I didn't have any fucking money. I said, wow, it really, 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 really sucks but I gotta get my priorities straight. Like, it really sucks, but I'm gonna have to fucking figure out a way to get this money thing handled. And it was the hardest, most painful thing I had to do, because I had to let go of everything in my life that I loved. I had to let go of my music shit. I had to let go of, I loved to go to the gym all the time. Like, dude, I was in great shape. I had fucking cut up abs and, at one point in my life. That's really hard to maintain, and it's so time consuming, right? And I had to start analyzing, like, what are the reasons I'm doing the things I'm doing them for? Am I doing for validation from other people because I want to fit in, or I want to be somebody, or maybe I'm insecure about something? And really start, thinking all this shit out. And I'll tell you one thing, like, getting married to me was probably the smartest thing I ever did was that, because, well, getting married to the woman I got married to, okay? Because when I was younger, I was in my 20s, I was in some, we've all been in relationships in the past, I just say one thing, like, if you're with the wrong person, it's going to be 100 times harder, you know what I mean? I think life is coming down to, like, how fast can you pull the sliver out? And what I mean is, like, if you're in a shitty relationship that you need to get out and is holding your whole life back, and this person is genuinely just, you're not meant to be with them, like, get the fuck out, because you're probably holding them back in their evolution as well. If you're in a job that you hate and you want to quit so bad and you're going crazy and you're afraid of losing everything, you're going to fucking die anyways. Like, just fucking do it. So, I come to this place now, I'm obviously totally frustrated financially, and I'm nowhere near I want to be in all those things, but I actually have all my bills paid and I have money in the bank, and that's a whole nother fucking frustrating thing. But I just want to say, if you're so broke that you literally don't have anything and you're constantly stressing out about putting groceries in the fridge and gas in the car and taking back pop bottles, I know exactly how that feels. And to actually sit in that pain and be stuck in your addictions and the people in your life, that in the circles of people that all waste your time, and about getting crystal clear at what you want but feeling like there's no path to get there, I think it takes sometimes flipping out and ripping off the pictures of your walls, or maybe punching a fucking wall, or breaking down crying, or running down the street butt naked screaming. I really think it takes that to break through and rip off the old mold and rip off. I went through something called ego death. I felt like I was dying, and I had these crazy nervous breakdowns. I think that the frustration is part of the game. I was listening to Brennan Burchard. I subscribed to this New York Times bestselling author. I spent like $750 in the month of December. Was it January? December alone, just on consulting and things like that. And I take courses, and I'm in this monthly mastery program. This is, I spend money on this shit because it really is powerful. And he was talking about being okay with the struggle, like honoring the struggle and knowing that if it was so fucking easy, everybody would do it. When shit gets really, really, really hard and you're trying to break through, that's why. That's what separates the haves from the have-nots. And then there's one more thing I want to say. If you're stuck in a dead-end $10 or $12 an hour job, working overtime and working more hours is not going to get you successful. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to piss your time away. Or you're going to make a couple extra $100 a month. You can fucking make that collecting pop bottles. Like, I don't mean to be a dick, but like the system that we live in, shit is getting more and more and more and more and more expensive. Taxes are going to keep going up. The cost of health insurance, life insurance, home insurance, fire insurance, the cost of living is hyperinflation. Oh my God, like so much that literally a $15 an hour job is like a $12 an hour job. You're going to have to work 2 jobs. And there are people that were the husband and the wife, or the boyfriend and the girlfriend, both work. They're working 4 jobs between the two of them, and they still can't make the fucking. And dude, you know what? Fuck that. You're better off just going rogue and running around knocking on doors asking people to scrub their toilets. I know the feeling of saying, what do I do? I'm so ambitious. I need money, but what do I do? I don't know what to do. And it's so crazy that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Have you ever had anything in your life just land in your lap and you're like, where's it been all along? What the fuck? What the fuck? But you became receptive to it. If there's other people that you know that are extremely successful, they have good quality of life, and they have good financial lives, they got money, they can do shit, it's because they've learned how to let go of their own pride and bullshit and become receptive to the bigger reality at hand. You know what I'm saying here? Like, I don't mean to like be a dick or anything. I say this in all like you know, gratitude. I really do. I'm really fired up about these specific subjects. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. I gotta fill in something real quick, and then I'm gonna go eat some spaghetti with the wife of Tron dog. All right, cool. Peace. Let me know in the comments what's up. Hit the subscribe button and all that stuff. And later.